Hi, Dee from TSV Accounting. How are you? Today I'm going to do a segment on PAYG instalment notices, as we've had an influx of clients come in because they've recently completed their income tax returns and received these notices from the ATO. So what is an income tax instalment notice? Number one, it's a really ugly form from the ATO. It's an ugly looking orange form that looks like this sample that I've got here. But out of all seriousness, a PAYG instalment notice is the ATO wanting your money now, so then when you do your tax at the end of this financial year, which ends 30th of June 2018, you have either prepaid some tax and just have to pay a little bit, or you've overpaid some tax and then you'll get a refund. If you've received a PAYG instalment notice, you have two options. You can either do a flat rate and the ATO will tell you that amount, or it will give you an option to do a percentage rate. Most firms prefer clients to do a flat rate because it's a no-brainer, it's a flat rate, you just pay that. I had a client in here 2 weeks ago and a firm had set them up to do the flat rate. They came in tears because they were finding it very difficult to pay that flat rate, because last financial year, they're in the landscape industry, they did really well. But as we all know, we have a drought up here and times are tough for our landscapers and gardeners. So that flat rate is based on his tax return last year, but right now their figures have dropped. So we encourage our clients to pay their instalments based on the percentage, which is what I'm going to teach you to do today. Because in business, in whatever industry you're in, business is either really good or it can be really bad. So if you do the percentage rate and business is really busy, that's great because the percentage is based on the income you've actually received in the peak time. But then if it's really bad, well, that's okay too, because you're only going to pay a percentage on the real sucky rate. So that's why we encourage people to do the percentage, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's come over to this form here, which I've downloaded on my computer. So in this sample form from the ATO, they're wanting your tax money right here. And this is normally where they put the flat rate. So they might say, hey, Mr. Jones, you paid $20,000 last year on tax. So each quarter, we want you to pay $5,000 a quarter, and $5,000 will automatically be printed there from the ATO. So that is the easiest option, but easiest is never the best option. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit because I want to encourage you to have options. Okay. So here, what you can do, if you do the flat rate or the percentage, you can still vary your PAYG instalment amount. So if the ATO says, hey, we want $5,000 or we want a percentage, you can still vary it. And if you come closer down here, these are your only reasons for varying. Change in investments, reason code 21. Current business structure, not continuing, 22. Significant change in trading conditions, like my landscaper, 23. Internal business restructure, you might be changing from a trust to a company, from a sole trader to a company, whatever, 23. Change in legislation or product mix, hello Google, GST on transactions. Financial market changes, global financial crisis, or use of income tax losses. You might have a few investment properties that you're actually negatively gearing, so 27 might be your number. But if you are contemplating to vary your PAYG instalment, I urge you to please talk to your accountant. Now let's get down to the fun one. Option 2, calculate. Oh, that says annual. Some people do it quarterly, but we're just keeping this simple today. PAYG instalment using income times rate. Okay, so let's scroll down. Now, don't be scared. Now, what this means here, let's pretend this is an annual one. So T1, you put in all your income that's come into your business in this section here. If you are GST registered, take the GST out because you've already paid that on your business activity statement. If you're not GST registered, just put your total amount of income here and the ATO will tell you what percentage is here. And they base that percentage or the flat amount on your tax return that was just lodged. Because the ATO's thought process is, hey, Mr. Jones made $80,000 profit last year, surely he's going to make at least $80,000 profit this year. That's their thought process. So then you get that figure there, multiplied by the percentage, then that figure goes here and you write it down in 5A, your payment amount. Okay, that's it for PAYG instalment notices. If you're doing your first one and you're a little bit nervous, please shoot me an email, give me a call, email me your calculations through and I'll check it for you. Because it's important that you get this form right. Because if you fail to get this form right, it can either mean you end up with a bigger tax bill, you're not covering enough tax debt. There's two people to keep out of your business. Number one, your ATO. And number two, the bank manager. So let's make sure you get this form right. And if you need help, please shoot us an email at admin@townsvilleaccounting.com.au. Thank you. Have a great day.